All right, Matt, we knew about the FBI. They were pre-bunking with big tech the Hunter Biden laptop story. Oh, you might be a victim of misinformation, and it may be about Joe and Hunter Biden. Now we learned that not only was it Blinken and Morell involved in putting that letter together before the debate against Trump for Biden, but there were active CIA, employees of the CIA that actually were recruiting former Intel members to sign that letter?
Yeah, I miss the good old days when America's CIA was only interested in affecting the selection of leaders overseas, not here in our country. Now we have evidence that that did in fact occur. And you might wonder, why would these 51 people put their security clearances and their reputations on the line to sign something that was clearly false? The answer is that for one of them, they wanted their book approved by the CIA, and the CIA person told the signer of the letter that they had to do that, otherwise they wouldn't get their book approved. That is clear coercion by our government to influence the 2020 election, and it didn't make an impact on the margins. We know that 1 out of every 6 Biden voters would have made a different choice had they seen this evidence, but it was blocked by big media, it was blocked by big tech, and triggered by big government.
Miranda, you're pointing out that even the deep state is now having a hard time covering up all of this corruption. We have the FBI. They're putting cinder blocks on the scales of the 2020 election with FBI members meeting weekly with big tech. Now we've got the CIA. We got Blinken. We got Morell. All these people now putting out a letter that all of them had no idea whether it was true or false. And they all did it because they wanted to help Joe Biden beat Donald Trump.
Well, actually, they've admitted that they knew that the laptop was real, and they went ahead and did it anyway. It was a political stunt. It was deliberately designed to help Joe Biden beat Donald Trump and push off these allegations that we'd brought up in Hunter Biden's laptop. And it was successful. Joe Biden managed to use that letter in that debate to get himself out of trouble. And the CIA now, that's the bombshell of this week. It wasn't just the 51 former CIA and other intelligence officials. It was the actual CIA. It was at least one CIA employee. And Mike Pompeo, the former CIA director, said today, if there was one, you know there was more than one, actually actively complicit in creating that letter and soliciting signatures for it. That should be definitely investigated, but this is something for the next Republican president to urgently clean out. FBI, CIA, these deep state security agencies, they are a clear and present danger to American citizens. They have turned the weapons that were used against our enemies overseas, they have now turned them on Americans.
You know, let me ask you, Matt Gaetz. I mean, what Miranda is describing is really serious here. And you're part of the Judiciary Committee, and you're looking into whether or not the FBI has been politicized and whether or not the DOJ has been weaponized. You're in the beginnings of this investigation. Where do you see this evolving? What do you see it evolving into?
Well, it has to evolve into a defanging, deauthorizing, and defunding of the entities and authorities that have been turned against the people. And I guess I lack Miranda's patience because I don't want to wait till the next Republican president. I'm ready to do this during the next budget fight right now. And what doesn't make it easier is when politicians talk out of both sides of their mouth. Will the real Mike Pence please stand up? Because I remember months ago when he went and spoke to the Federalist Society, and he was so laudatory to the FBI, he was like drinking their bathwater on stage. And then he shows up to the Hannity audience, and he wants to act like he's so exasperated that they exceeded their authority and turned against the people. You know what? I don't know if Mike Pence is going to run for president, but if he does, folks like me will be out there pointing out his inconsistent statements.
In fairness to the VP, I make a distinction between the rank and file, the 90% that do a good job and
of course,
and fight,
like the whistleblowers,
right? And
yeah,
exactly versus the people on the 7th floor, for example.
Yeah, well, he gave all of them a cat bath when he spoke to one audience, and he gave a different reaction to your audience. And if there's anybody encouraging to run for president, it's probably just the grifter consultants that want to make money off of him.
Oh, ouch! All right, Matt Gaetz, thank you.